I've been working with Orion for about almost 2 years on a video series called Faces of Innovation. We got to drive up to Manitoulin Island and meet Heather, who's really the dream teacher. If you ever met this woman, you'd want to go back to school. She's the totally perfect, engaging, modern day teacher who understands how to integrate technology into the classroom in a way that isn't just simply playing games or distraction. It's really helping amplify the learning process. You can really see it in the faces of the kids at Manitoulin Secondary High School because they were beyond engaged. If this is the future classroom that we got a sort of a glimpse into at Manitoulin Island, then I think we're in good hands with teachers like Heather that really understand how to integrate technology into the classroom. I had heard about CERN's Large Hadron Collider in Europe that was, looking for the God particle and thinking, wow, that's some pretty incredible stuff. Meanwhile, right here in my own backyard in Sudbury, Ontario, Snow Lab is doing similarly important work around understanding neutrinos from the sun 2 kilometers below the ground in an old mine in Sudbury, Ontario. Crazy stuff. Nigel, who's the director there, toured us around and really allowed us to see a marvel not only of technology but of human will to be able to construct a lab, and is able to do some of the most important scientific work on the planet. Stephen Hawking visited Snow Lab. That's how important and impactful the work is that they're doing there. It was incredibly cool for us to be able to be part of telling that story, and again, how Orion and its network allows and facilitates the work that they're doing there. Neonatal research is not something I understood, certainly before meeting Dr. Carolyn McGregor, and really didn't understand the impact of her work, the Artemis Project. The work that Dr. Carolyn McGregor is doing is really mind-blowing, because by introducing high-performance computing to the monitoring of neonatal research, and essentially babies who are hooked up to all these machines monitoring their vital signs 24 hours a day, well, now her work has allowed us to take that information, be able to crunch those numbers in real time, get it out quicker, and actually save lives. Not only are parents obviously happier to see this, but just generally speaking, this is the type of stuff that really sort of gets you in the heart, because it isn't just about facilitating better business or allowing us to make more money. The research and innovation that's going on in Ontario is bettering and saving human lives. It was really cool to be able to help her tell that story. I was able to learn throughout this whole process of producing the Faces of Innovation video series and meeting the different people, just how important the network itself was, Orion in this case. Obviously, this is really data intensive, but it's more than that. It's to have a reliable network is probably the most fundamentally important part of all this research that's being done. Everybody we met when we were doing the Faces of Innovation video series, the network, Orion in this case, was what they talked about as being as pivotal as the research itself. They wouldn't be able to do their work they're doing today without Orion, and that was really cool to be part of. We're in some pretty exciting times here. This is sort of humanity 2.0 that's happening right in front of us, and to be part of that and to be able to sort of help somebody like Orion, who's really facilitating the backbone of this new world that we're living in, at least here in Ontario, is not only exciting, it's a real honor. So if you're somebody like me who is really interested in where we're going as a society, where the world is going, what Humanity 2.0 looks like, diTHINK is probably the type of event that you're going to want to be at, because, take it from me, I've gotten to meet all of these different really incredible thought leaders, and they have more than just interesting things to say. They have a vision for a world that I think both, you and I would probably appreciate being part of going forward.